You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? You're great.
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 You're great. This is the Hug
You're
Life
great.
podcast, and it's fucking great.
Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I am Monica Slipstream Nevy.
Whoa. And I am Mike Tailwind Coletta.
There you
That sounds
go.
like it
It's
too.
getting
I didn't mean to.
aeronautical.
I was just going, is Slipstream, that's aeronautical too?
I
yeah?
think so.
We like to talk about stuff we know nothing
Sometimes I
about.
just like to say words not knowing what they mean.
I mean, we're the list of nicknames. I wish someone had listed them all, you know, just kept
It
track
isolated them.
of all our different
That's a lot of work to
nicknames.
do.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want? I'll start some plugs. You ready?
Go for it. You got some plugs? Plug it up.
All right. Well, the plugs of the podcast. You could rate and review and subscribe to the podcast.
of course, yeah.
Is that? But I think we're talking about plugging shows, right?
Oh, you do whatever you need to do, yeah.
You know what? I'm getting lost in the plugs. That's what they say. Okay. I actually do have a show on January 10th.
Fuck yeah.
It is the Everett Comedy Night. Corey Michaelis.
Yeah. Zoom version.
Over Zoom. Yeah. It's going
It's
to be
a good
fun.
one. Check
It's
it
a
out.
fun one.
Hell yeah.
All right. What do you got?
Oh, I'm doing trivia this Thursday on my YouTube channel. Come check it out. Come have fun. Win some prizes. Money. Okay. And then the 10th, I'm at the KO Comedy Online Club. And that's on my website as well. KO. What does that stand for? Knockout? I don't know.
Yep. Knockout.
Sure.
All right,
and
well,
then
you
both
can-
my albums are available. So buy those or listen to those. If you already have them, listen to it over and over.
If you haven't listened to them over and over, you should start listening to them over and over.
Can I tell you something embarrassing?
Sure.
That I don't know how to feel about it because I do feel like it's. Have you ever heard Aziz Ansari's joke about walking into Kanye West's house and he's listening to his own album, and he's like, "These beats are dope," and he's like, "That's the same as someone coming into my house and me listening to my jokes and being like, these jokes are hilarious."
They're so good.
But I did listen to a couple of my own meditation album tracks while meditating the other day, and I have to say they're very effective. So you should actually be listening to that every day, I think.
Yeah. Get meditative, people.
Is that weird? Is it weird that I like it? I mean, I don't. That's such. Do
I mean,
musicians
it's not
listen
weird to
their own
like what you
album?
do. It's if you just unhealthily started listening to it over and over again, then that would be a problem. Like if I turned on
That's
the
true.
podcast to record with you and you were listening to it in the background still and
I'm
you
like,
insisted
"Let me
on leaving
finish
it
this
on,
one."
I'd be like, yes, this is strange.
Well, okay, so here's what I think about musicians and comedians when you're making an album normally is that you get tired of it because you're playing that song over and over again or you're doing that joke over and over again for years, right? So now I don't want to listen to my own stand-up album. But this, I wrote, recorded it, sent it, and then that was it for like months, then was given it back to listen to and say, oh, this is good. So other than that, I've only really listened to it twice or, a few times. So you're not as tired of like playing the same song over and over. So I am still judging it with you. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe you're just enjoying it now as a person who's barely listened to it. That's good.
Yeah. Well, New Year's, everybody maybe wants to resolve to meditate. So there you go.
There you go. Well, you know what else you can do that's very meditative?
What?
Shop on Amazon.
Yes. Just click around.
Just click around. Not even thinking about stuff. Try to not think, and then it's
Only
meditative.
think about useless products.
But first, you should go to monicanevy.com or huglifepodcast.com. Click on the Amazon banner, shop as you normally would. We get a little kickback from that. You could also go to patreon.com/huglifepodcast. $1 a month. That's all we ask for. You get full access to every single back episode we've done. It's bonus. You get discounts on shows. You get admiration from us.
Mm-hmm.
That's something big that you get also.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's that.
There's that. And then what else do we have? a Patreon?
Well, you could go to studiododge.com or at Studio
that.
Dodge on Instagram and purchase some of Danny Dodge's wonderful art.
Yeah, or follow, see what she's up to.
Yeah, see what she's doing. What you doing, Danny? You can say as you log into her website. She can't hear you, but it'll be fun. You know, just a little conversation. You can go to Instagram also. We're at Hug Life Podcast on there. Check out baby animals.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Animal babies. That's a thing you can do.
Animal babies.
Animal babies. That's exactly it. That's all the plugs, though. We nailed it.
Fuck yes.
Yes, we crushed it. Do you have any lexical embraces?
I do have some. Do you have any?
I have one.
Okay. You go first. Because
mine is listening to podcasts. It's put here while cooking. But I think really just listening to podcasts while doing something is great. It's like a multitasking thing. You feel like you're getting a lot done. It feels like you're doing work when really you're doing no effort at all.
I like that. People could be doing that right now.
You could be doing that. You could be listening to us while you're cleaning your cat. Just cleaning your cat.
What?
Taking your cat, putting them in the bathtub. They hate it.
That's funny because
were you going dirty with it?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I was going actual cleaning your cat. Because some cats need to be bathed because they can't lick themselves right. It's true. I'm not a veterinarian or anything, but maybe I am.
I'm not a veterinarian, but maybe.
But maybe.
You just
I could be.
But no, you'd have to go to years of school for that. But maybe. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I like a podcast in the background of most things. It's actually my preferred on a long drive as a podcast because I feel like I zone out less when I'm driving.
Yeah, I like a podcast.
I'm thinking at least. Yeah. Okay. My lexical embraces, number one, are organized people, because I'm not necessarily an organized person. So if you're working with an organized person or you are lovers with an organized person and they help you be more organized, that's what's up. Because I feel like sometimes when we were younger, like in school or something, if you were organized, you were kind of a nerd. But now that's helpful. It's very helpful as an adult. So I'm basically embracing all the organized people for helping me and my unorganized group be more organized.
That's really good, Monica. That's a really good one.
Thank you. And then second is Zooming again. I feel like we've had a little bit of a ramp up in the watching of the Zoom shows and stuff again. So just lexical embrace to people who are doing that and staying safe. And there's still a lot of them around. Different, it doesn't have to be comedy. There's music and all different stuff. So live streaming shows or whatever. We did a Zoom show last night. First one, like stand-up style where I stood up and all that fun stuff in our new home. It was very nice, but we had comics do jokes that they wrote in 2020 and it was like great. It was really fun. And I felt like everybody had really funny new jokes and yeah, it's a good time.
Excelente.
Yes. So keep it up. Support people's Zoom shows.
Do you want to do the next segment?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, good news.
Hey, welcome to Good News. It's me, Mike Coletta. Not enunciating enough.
It was fast.
Doing it live.
Sorry.
I only have one news story today, but it's a really good one.
That's okay.
And it's also interesting.
Okay.
Grad student raises $30,000 for charity by dropping pizzas out of his apartment window.
Okay, I need a little more information. That's great.
But you need more information than that? I thought you'd just get it perfectly clearly from that.
Where are these pizzas coming from?
Okay.
How high is the apartment window?
So it's called Good Pizza.
What kind of charity?
It's a pizza place run by Ben Berman. All right. And what Ben does is he takes 3 days. The first day he makes the pizza dough. Second day he makes a big batch of sauce and toppings. And then the third day he makes the pizzas. And then if you win the lottery, like he has people enter a lottery for no money, it's free. You get a pizza for free that he sends to you via pulley from his apartment window.
Nice, like a treehouse?
Yep. He's got a pulley system set up. And the pizzas are free, but he only asks for charitable donations. And so far he's raised $30,000.
Wow. Where is this?
I think it's in Philadelphia.
Nice.
It doesn't actually say what city he's in, but the charity sounds like it's from Philadelphia. The Philabundance.
Okay,
That sounds like Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is pretty good at putting the the Philly in whatever they can.
We put the Philly in your charity.
And we put the Philly in everything.
But yeah, I thought this was a really fun idea. And it's also just like, it's COVID safe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's raising money. And he's made now more than 500 pizzas.
So are they donating to him and he's giving it to a charity? Or is he saying just donate to a charity?
They give it to him and then he donates it to the Phil Abundance and the Project Home, which are both homeless and hunger charities in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Well, maybe, yeah. You could make some pizzas for them too. Nice.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yes. That is wonderful. It's a really good story.
Nice.
And
well,
we don't talk about pulley systems enough, I feel like. So
there's not enough pulley systems in charity stories, I do. You're right.
It's very rare.
Who doesn't love a good pulley system?
I do. I really love a good pulley system.
Your house has a second story? You should make a pulley system on it just for fun.
I know. I'm literally next to my window. I feel like I could. We also have this other window on the other side of our room. So our room is the whole length of the house. It's the coolest bedroom in the world. And our other window over there has one of those like crank ones that like opens up like that,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a door, but it's a window.
Monica's making a hand signal to say how it looks on a audio medium.
They can't. But then the roof's right there, so I could just open that up and slide it down the roof to you.
You could also just make a slide coming out of your window.
I could. I hadn't thought of that.
You could just physically
Great
slide.
idea. I have to go.
You have to go? You gotta take a slide. I gotta go right now. I gotta leave.
If it snows, I'm sledding right off.
We never saw Monica again. That was the last episode of the podcast. It ended just as it began with slides.
With slides. Okay, anyway, sorry. Hey guys, that was good news. Got a little distracted.
Little distractivo. That's Spanish, probably.
It's Spanish, probably.
Welcome back to Spanish, probably.
Spanish, probably. Hola. Okay, we do have a positive spin topic today to get into.
We do. And I actually think this one's not going to be that hard for me to spin. Yeah, I said it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so the positive spin topic today is not having a New Year's party.
Or New Year's anything to
New Year's anything.
Okay. Because I feel like a lot of us were in that situation this year, huh?
Yeah.
What did you do?
We actually did have people over for an outdoor dinner.
Okay.
That ended very quickly. And no one stayed until midnight. And then at midnight, Katie and I just watched the really, really lackluster King 5 Space Needle show.
Did you smooch?
What's up?
Did you smooch?
I think we smooched, yeah.
I think we smooched, you didn't think? Yeah, okay.
Honestly, I got kind of hammered on accident. Just
I
alone.
Think that's what you didn't remember. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, alone me. Like I started drinking scotch at like 7, and I kept going.
This pandemic has changed you.
And I was like, I ended up eating leftover pancakes at like 1 a.m. like trying to feel better.
That's awesome.
So I kind of had a one-man party, I guess.
Pour a little scotch over them pancakes.
That's scotch in a pancake?
Positive spin number 1 there. Nobody's there to judge you for being drunk or anything.
That is true. That is the first positive spin, is there's no one to judge you. But what did you do for
I did have a show on an outdoor patio. So your exact situation, only I was performing for people who didn't want to shut up. That was super fun. They
didn't want to shut up?
Only 6 people, which was nice. So they
bunch of loudmouths
were following rules. We had masks and it was outdoors and everything was legal. But it was like they were trying to guess the punchlines before you would say them. So there's 2 other comics and like they're just like stepping on every single punchline, like trying to guess them, sometimes getting up, so I just didn't really do jokes. I think I did 2. The one guy tried to guess one of them and got it wrong. So I was like, but the thing that gave it away for me was that Corey was on the show and Corey Michaelis was doing a joke and this woman afterwards was like, oh, haha, and like started laughing. And the guy turns to her and he goes, you fell for that? And I was like, these are not pranks. Like they're jokes. We're not trying to trick you.
People take comedy like very like, I'm upset like you're duping me.
Yeah,
and those
it was
people
this,
are
like-
very insecure.
I mean, so we were in Puyallup, so I just kept shitting on Puyallup and just the whole time and just talking, like literally just asking them questions because I was like, there's no reason for me to be trying to do jokes if you're just going to try and guess them, which I felt proud enough that they were unable to guess my punchlines. But still, I was like, oh my God, you guys.
Well, very important thing. I saw they had a putting green.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
It was great. Their backyard was awesome. He's like a commercial real estate guy, so a lot of money. But then, yeah, it was like they had the heaters and there was like TVs in their little patio area, so they watched like football outside and stuff, whatever. But yeah, it was putting green, hot tub, fun stuff. But so that was started at like 8:45. So I got done at 10:30-ish. The thing, I had to wait because it was like the few times I could try and sell merch. And I asked, I was like, is this appropriate? And the booker was like, I don't try. There's only 6 of them. And I had grabbed like this huge stack of albums, not thinking there was going to be like 30 people, but like maybe there's 10 or something. And so I made a joke about it, like showed him. I was like, I really over. And he just goes, we're going to take care of you. And I was like, what? And so I had to wait because I was like, obviously they're going to buy something, right? And so afterwards he was like, because I was just going to go home so I could be home earlier than later. But afterwards he was like, I'll just give me 10. And I was like, okay, so 5 of each. And he's like, no, 10 of each. And I was like, okay. So I give him 10 of each. And then he's like, well, do you want cash or a card? And I was like, whatever's easiest for you. And he goes, well, cash is like, that'll be like just for me. But if I use the card, I can put it on my company so you can charge me more. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, all right. I was like, is the
All
card
right.
easier? That sounds like you want to write it off. And he's like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, so it's 200 for the, for all 10 of each albums. And then I was like, so how much do you want me to put? And he's like, put 300. And I was like, are 300? And he goes, what, 400? And I was like, no, I'm not like upselling you. I'm like, are you sure 300? And he's like, yeah. And so he gave me $300 for my albums. And I was like, sure. He's like, yeah, I'll give them to people, whatever. I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, which might maybe just he'll throw them away. I don't care. But so that was fine. And then, because Erin's at home waiting for me because Lyndon was here. And so I was like texting her being like, I'm almost done. I swear I'm almost done, because it was like, we're supposed to be done at 10:30. And I'm like, he's saying to wait to see if I can sell stuff. And she's like, okay, fine. And so then I texted her. I'm like, well, it gave you $300. And she's like, oh, I'm glad you waited. I was like, yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah, definitely. But then I got home by like 11:15. So that was good. And then we just kind of hung out, smooched at midnight, and then probably went to sleep right after that. It was great. I didn't drink at all until I got home. And so then, just literally our gas station has little bottles of champagne, like the little ones.
Oh.
So got one of those and then had the 1 glass of champagne and went to sleep. It was great. I think the second positive spin I could think about not doing anything is not being hungover the next day.
Yeah, that is the big positive.
There's always a tough hangover that day, and I was totally fine. So
I went fishing on New Year's Day, so I had to wake up.
yeah, how did you feel?
It was rough.
Yeah,
It was not easy, but I did get up, dragged my butt out of bed.
Nice.
It was fun. And then it just started pouring down rain, which was fun. But I think another positive is you don't have to deal with fucking parking.
Yeah.
I feel like parking on New Year's Eve for some reason is like worse than any other time of the year.
Well,
I don't know
and
why.
It's so expensive too. I know. It's like, why are people driving? Yeah.
Driving is also another because driving's dangerous as shit on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Last year we did a wedding we were both at. And then I had a show at it's called something else now, but the EMP in Seattle is right by the Space Needle. So it's like where everyone is. And I had to park in a structure there, trying to leave at 1:15, like when I got off stage. And it was like the worst. We were just waiting to the point where you can't even back out of your spot, because there's just like a line behind you. I forgot about how bad parking is.
Parking is the
that's
worst.
A great one. That's a great point. No parking. Also,
no parking.
if you're not going out, sometimes people have parties with their own friends, but somebody's bound to get too drunk. If you're not too drunk, then they're too drunk and annoying, or you're going to fight with somebody or something like that. That can't happen.
Yeah.
I just realized, sorry, this is like one of my business cards from like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I gave these out like a lot.
Yeah.
And I just now realized that podcast is spelled wrong on there.
Podast.
Hug Life Podcast.
The podast. The podacity.
Oh, shit. I never even noticed that. All right.
You met so many people.
That's probably why we don't have as many listeners as we would like.
It's a lot like me. I'm printing out business cards for the first time for comedy and putting my phone number on them and then never giving them to anyone because my fucking phone number was on them.
Number's on it? Yeah. I mean, I guess that would be for like a booker, but it's hard with comedy if, you know, the people who are veterans started doing it so long ago that they're like, oh yeah, I'll help you, you know, give them your phone number, send them a VHS tape, write them a letter with it, and then they'll get back to you in 6 months.
Mm-hmm. And now it's
that's not what happens.
It's all email.
Yeah, well, or Facebook message.
It's true. Facebook massages.
Yep. Anyways, okay. New Year's Eve. Well, I will say most late New Year's Eve shows, so the one right before the countdown, are not that fun.
They're not fun. They're babysitting.
Drunk. The early show is usually fun because it's packed and whatever. But yeah, the second show is always really drunk. Then afterwards, people they're like, come on, it's a party now. I'm like, no, I want to leave.
I want to go home to my beloved.
Yeah, exactly. So we
didn't
have
home
to
to my cat.
That. Well, I was home to the cats.
You know what the positive of staying at home is for New Year's Eve at this household?
What?
Delilah's scared of fireworks, so she gets very snuggly.
Oh, that is a positive.
It's nice. It's nice.
Does she meow at all?
No, she says she has this instinct where she hates it when people are on the roof. Like if there's a raccoon on the roof, which sometimes happens here, or like crows dicking around up there, she's like, what the hell? What is this? This is bullshit. But fireworks, it's like tenfold. And so she just like goes under a bed or something. But
I see.
She goes under a blanket with you if you have a blanket.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, our dogs hated it when I was younger. They were outdoor dogs, but we'd have to put them in the garage, and the one would just hide in the closet, like behind all the winter coats and stuff. She'd just like hide in there and shake. I always felt so bad for her.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, doggy.
Scare them, but you get to snuggle with your animals. How about that?
Also, here's another positive. I think fireworks shows are fucking stupid.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of fireworks going off around you guys?
Yes, it was bananas, and I hate it every time.
I don't like to super stereotype, but there's a house across the street from us that always has a lot of visitors at late times and maybe some drug usage. Anyways, they are very loud. They often play music too loud. I'm 100 years old, but they were like shooting off fireworks like right in front of their house. And we live like there's not like a field, you know, like it wasn't an area where you should be doing that. And it's always like firecrackers and shit. It's not like, look at these. It was like 1 a.m. I was like, oh.
We are like, turn the music down.
Right.
It's me, Monica.
Get off your lawn.
Get off your own lawn.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fireworks for extended periods of time. They're cool to watch, but I don't like just loud stuff for just being loud.
Yeah, I don't really like loud things either, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What else positive spin? Not doing anything. You're nice and rested. You're not hungover. You don't have to deal with drunk people. No parking.
No parking. Oh, you don't have to hang out with like friends of friends.
That's good too. But here's a good one. If you are a goal setter, resolution maker, I have this problem is if I do go too hard on New Year's Eve, I have a hard time starting right away on the first day, right? I'm like, don't feel good enough to be like, you know, I'm going to get 10,000 steps every day. And then you miss the first fucking day because you're hungover. So if you don't do anything, then you can start on your resolutions right away.
That's a really good one.
Thank you. I feel good about it as well.
Yeah, but hanging out with friends of friends is the worst.
Yeah. You don't
Where you're
know
like,
people.
oh, I got to act interested. I'm tired of new people.
Yeah.
I have enough people.
I have enough people. All right. Are you ready for a top 5?
I'm ready for a top 5.
Okay. This is the worst type of resolution maker. Okay. I know that it's a weird way to say it, but this is like people who make New Year's resolutions is the worst person, like what they do afterwards, basically. You'll understand what I did. So you're going to tell us why you would want to talk to this person every day. Like they would talk to you about their resolution every day.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so number 1 is the person who thinks they're better than you. Whatever they thought of is like like they're on their high horse, like, oh, I'm vegan now because it's my resolution, so I'm like better than you. Sorry, vegans. But
And I would have to listen to this every day?
Yeah.
I think it would be good because I'd realize slowly that I would become better. You know how they say like you compete best with people that are better than you and you improve more?
So you would kind of take some of it on. Is that what you're saying?
I would take some of it on, yeah, and I would kick their ass.
Okay, nice. You'd be competitive. You'd be like, oh, you think you're better than me? Well, actually, I
can eat vegetables every day too, idiot. I've been shitting nonstop for 2 weeks.
There you go. Number 2, the person who's super negative. They're like, I know I won't make it. Like they say that every day. Or if they did have a resolution and then they failed, then they're like, oh, I failed. I shouldn't try anymore. Like they just complain about it all the time.
It's nice to have someone to bring you back down to earth, okay? It's good.
Okay.
It's good to have that.
Nice. All right. Number 3, the constant update. Like they're telling you how it's going every day. They're like, well, I did this much this day and this is what I ate. And this is like, they're just telling you how it's going all the time.
Oh, I would shoot that shit right back. I would tell them how I'm doing. It's an excuse.
Oh, that's nice.
It's an excuse to be that guy to them.
But to brag, but to also be like rub it in that you don't have to do what they do. You know what I mean? To be like, oh, I haven't had meat in this long. You're like, well, I had a steak yesterday and it was great.
I made ribs. They were amazing.
Okay. All right. Number 4 is the person who is constantly restarting. So they have their goal, they tell you, and then they're like, oh, I messed up, so I'm going to start today. I'll start
I would start
tomorrow.
a betting pool among other friends if they're telling me about it every day to see when they restart, and you could make a little scratch that way and
How
also
long
have some
do you
fun.
think they're going to make it this time kind of thing?
Yeah, and you could probably do that for a good month. Usually people give up on New Year's resolutions, I feel like, after January.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not going to have comedy New Year's resolutions anymore this year.
Yeah, no resolutioners. Or are they going to do their first Zoom show?
Yeesh.
Yeah, that'd be rough. It's true. Well, and we've talked about this before because my anniversary is somewhere around the beginning of the year. It's not the first week, but it is maybe like the second week of January. But that wasn't at all an intention of like a resolution. But because of that, I had a really good first open mic because of resolution people. They always bring people, like you bring a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
So it worked out for me. Okay, number 5. Checking in on others' resolutions. So, like, I'm feeling good about how mine's doing, so I'm always checking in to be like, so how's keto going? Are you sticking to it?
Well, that's them holding you accountable, which is good.
That's true.
That is a good thing. It could get annoying, but I think that's a good thing to do because, if you stick with it long enough, there's going to be a moment where you surpass them. When they stop asking you for updates. Oh, they stop
asking you, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, are you not doing yours anymore? Again, all of these stem back to acting like you're better than somebody else, which is fun.
That's true. Or just feeling anytime you can dominate anyone else. That's what life's about, right?
That's exactly what life's about, Monica. Nailed it.
Thank you.
Hey, do you want to do the quizzy quiz?
Yeah, let's do it.
I call it a quizzy quiz now. That's where I'm at in my life.
Cool. Proud of you.
We'll reveal who your celebrity soulmate is, but you have to answer 10 random questions first. Totally makes sense.
I love it.
All right. What movie would you rather watch? It, Deadpool, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, High School Musical, Titanic, or Black Panther?
I mean, I feel like you're going to have to pick first, and I'll go from there.
I would watch Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, good. That makes it easier for me. I'm going to go with Black Panther.
Nice. Pick a hobby: skateboarding, singing, hanging with friends, swimming, working out, or walking dogs.
A hobby. I guess hanging out with friends.
Torn between swimming and walking dogs. I love both of those things. I think I'll go with swimming.
Yeah, I like walking, but I just don't never walk dogs. It's tough. Anyways.
I think you could pick walking dogs. It's walking. That's fine.
Well, I'm picking out hanging out with friends anyways.
Oh, okay. Favorite month: November or January, August or April, October or March, February or June, September or May, December or July.
What in the fuck?
I'm going to go August or April because April's my birthday month and August is like the end of summer.
That's a good one. I'm actually going to go. I mean, because February or June would be my birthday, but I don't really love June. So I'm actually going to go November and January because November is the beginning of the holiday season. In January, I actually like because I do feel, as cliche as it is, I feel very much restarted and goal setting and stuff. And so I like January as well. So
All
November and
right.
January.
That's a good one. Pick a country. USA, Canada,
No.
Israel, Germany, Italy, United Kingdom.
Well, okay, so I've been to 3. I'm going to go, but the 2.
I've been to 4 of these countries. I do love Canada. I love poutine.
It's pretty great. But the UK is kind of sucking balls right now too, but I'm still going to go, I'm going to go with the UK because it's very Christmassy there.
Oh, nice. I'm going to go with Canada. Okay, pick a celebrity. Zendaya, I don't know who that is. Angela Bassett, John Boyega, Beyonce, Daniel Radcliffe, or Finn Wolfhard.
This is tough.
Who is Finn Wolfhard?
I don't know. He sounds like a porn star.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a weird reason because this is just a tough choice for me because I feel like you would think I would pick Beyonce, but I'm going to go with Angela Bassett because one of the best acted scenes I've ever seen in a movie is her alone in Waiting to Exhale. When she finds out her husband is cheating on her. She rips down all of his clothes, but she's like talking to herself while she's doing it. It's like this huge walk-in closet. And she's like wearing a robe and stuff. She's like ripping down all of his clothes, talking to him. She's furious. She puts all the stuff in the car. And then with a cigarette, like she's put gasoline all over it with a cigarette, like flips it back and it like lights the whole car on fire. And then the cops come to the door and they're like, ma'am, it's illegal to burn anything but trash in your front yard. And she goes, it is trash, and then closes the door. It's like the best scene ever. And so I'm going to pick Angela Bassett for that reason.
I'm going to go with John Boyega. He always seems nice.
Okay.
I like him in
I don't know
Star
who that
Wars.
is either, but
It's
okay.
not to like.
Star
Pick a
Wars
movie
guy.
genre. Fantasy, action. I like all movies. Horror, drama, or musical.
Oh, man. What? None of these are good.
I'm going to go with fantasy.
Okay. I'm actually going to go with musical.
Wow.
I like musicals.
Monica loves singing. You heard it here first, folks. All right, pick your zodiac sign. Your Yodiac sign.
Your Yodiac sign.
Yodiac sign. I'm going to go. Well, I think I'm an Aries.
I'm going to go. You think? You don't know your sign, Mike?
No, I think I'm April. I'm pretty sure it's Aries. Whatever.
April
I think it's
19th?
dumb. I think astrology is stupid.
Well, I know, but... Okay, well, I'm Aquarius, so there you go.
All right, pick a color. Purple, blue, green, pink, red, dark green.
Oh. I'm going to go with this dark green just because it's a little bit of nature there.
Ooh, I was going to go dark green. I think I might go purple this time.
Oh, that's a nice purple, though. It's like it looks like space.
Yeah. Favorite food? Tacos, waffles, gummy bears, sushi, pizza, crackers. What kind of serial killer picks gummy bears?
Well, and why is that even in this category? These are
It's not
crackers? Who picks crackers?
I would consider gummy bears or crackers like food as much as like a snack.
It's your favorite food, crackers.
I just love I love the dry taste of crackers.
I hate any flavor. I'm going to go with sushi.
I'm going to go with pizza.
Okay.
And finally, you got to pick one of these numbers. 32,
Oh my God. These
34,
are all the worst numbers ever.
44, 33, 46, 17.
Why did they pick these?
What you going to pick?
I'm going to go with 32, not just for Magic Johnson, but because in Love and Basketball, Monica's number is 32.
I'm going to go with 33.
Okay.
Ooh, my celebrity
Wait,
soulmate.
it gives you 2?
It gives you 2.
Okay.
It's either Ryan Reynolds
Okay.
or Lupita Nyong'o, who I don't know.
Nice.
What is Lupita? The face looks very familiar.
I can't remember. She won an award. There's something I know her more from Beyonce's Black is King, but she's in it. It was like an Oscar nominated film, and she I think may have won an award. I'm sure people are listening to this yelling exactly what the movie is. But
All right. So I'm looking.
Us. She's in Us.
Oh, I haven't seen Us yet.
Yeah, she's in Us, and
She's in Black Panther.
There's something before that. Yeah. Something else, though. Anyways, sorry. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's great. Okay, I got Michael B. Jordan or Billie Eilish.
Nice. Have you heard my Billie Eilish impression?
No, you have a Billie Eilish impression?
That's what it sounds like when she sings. She goes pretty good.
Sounds like she's lost, like a lost kitten or something. It's not bad.
Thank you. It's not a bad impression.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I also have I used to really not like Billie Eilish's music, and at this point I just don't care anymore. I just think it's funny.
It's pretty catchy, honestly. Unfortunately,
catchy.
with a lot of the pop stuff, I mean, that's why it's popular, is even if you're like, I don't really like her, then you're like, yeah, but you just get stuck in my head still. Or I like some of her stuff.
I think it bothers me because I don't like ASMR stuff, and it sounds very whisper singy.
It's like the whispery, yeah.
And that's why it bothers me. But other than that, all right, well, we nailed it.
Yeah, we did great. Okay, I have a charity.
You have a charity? Yes.
Yes, it's called the Agape International Mission, and it is helping people who are in sex trafficking situations. This one specifically is coming from Cambodia, and the reason I picked this one is because it has 100% on Charity Navigator. It's been around since 2005 also, so that's hard to do. It's hard to keep it that way, and it's aimfree.org, which is their initials, obviously. It's not like AOL Instant Messenger free. It's aimfree.org.
AOL Instant Messenger free.org.
There you go. If you go .com, then that'll be some weird thing to get around the school blocked computers so you can chat.
That's right. Monica's a big fan of AOL Instant Messenger still. She tells me all the time.
On AIM.
Hey, Monica.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
Oh, I love you so much.